One of the biggest things that I feel like anybody that is living life and wants to succeed at anything needs is definitely just resilience. Now, what do I exactly mean by resilience? Do I mean that, like, regardless of whatever you're going through, you kind of just do it with a smile on your face? Regardless of whatever you're going through, you kind of just have like a steady hand and a steady emotional state. People often get this misconception of like, hey, like if you're dealing with something, then you're just supposed to be okay with it. You're supposed to be emotionally fine and mentally okay with it, and that is resilience. That is something that, you are kind of just doing to be strong. And I'm here to tell you that that kind of is like half of the truth, to be honest with you. It's kind of a lie in my opinion. Resilience so far in my life has not been about the emotional state that I'm in, or anybody for that matter. It's always been about what the output has been, regardless of whatever emotional state that you're in. So, for example, you can be completely depressed, you can be happy, you can be upset. It doesn't matter what you're going through, even if times are good, if times are bad. It doesn't matter. What really matters is just the work that you're putting out there in the world. I like to use the gym analogy because I think that that's kind of like something that we all look at. We all kind of idolize as well, that like we all can become gym rats somehow. I have not watched a single video on YouTube in the fitness niche, or really just any trainer, without them just talking about consistency. You just have to show up to the gym every day. You just have to keep on going. You just have to do it whenever it's hard. And that is a best example that I can possibly think of that relates directly to life as well. All of these trainers, all of these fitness influencers are always going to tell you that you need to just show up regardless of however you feel. You have to do it on days that you're tired. You have to do it on days that you're upset. You have to do it on days where everything seems to be going wrong. And that is the only way that you can actually achieve or become a gym rat. And I completely agree with that. And I think that that analogy fits in perfectly with life as well. Because what doesn't matter is how you feel. And nobody cares about that at the end of the day. Everybody just cares about what you're putting out there. And I think what we do as human beings, and we do this as a disservice to really just ourselves and nobody else, is that we expect life to be all roses and rainbows, and we expect the luxuries and the eases of life to just come to us in some near future, and that could be further from reality. Why do I exactly think that it is a disservice to us? Well, what if that time just never comes in the first place? What if that time and place is like 10 years away? How do you keep on going when you know that something is so far away into the future that you can't even see that much? You don't even know if you're going to be alive at that point. And so, what exactly do you do in that regard when you can't see that luxury and ease is coming your way? Like, how do you find yourself to be resilient then? How do you find an excuse to still be alive and just keep on pushing for your dreams and for your goals? And to me, it's a very simple answer. I'm Muslim, so I believe in an afterlife. So I truly believe that if I don't get any luxuries in this world, if I don't achieve my goals and my dreams in this world, then I have a very easy answer, that I'm going to be compensated for it and I'm going to be rewarded for it in the next. And I truly and firmly believe that I will as well. But one thing that I would just advise everybody to do is just to become resilient, that regardless of whatever's going on in your life, man, just keep on going. You need to chase your dreams and you need to chase your goals. Go ahead and do that. But the passion that you love so much today, one day it's going to feel like a burden to you. And that is the day that you definitely need to make sure that you're doing everything that you can to keep on pursuing it. Because look, regardless of however much you love something, regardless however much you think that you're going to just enjoy every aspect of this thing, there's going to be days where you absolutely hate it. You absolutely just don't want to do it. And those are the moments and those are the days and those are the times that you need, that it is super important for you to just get your ass up and just do it. For example, there's been days where I don't feel like recording a YouTube video, but I still do because I've kind of committed to it. I've wanting to be consistent on it. And I do think that I can become some big time name. I don't know about some big time name, but I do think that I can make a positive impact in this world. And if not to other people, then I think that this can benefit me in a lot of ways as well. And I could talk about that later. But that's why I keep on going. That regardless of however I feel, I make a video a day. Regardless of however much time that I have or lack thereof, I still make a video a day. I think I've only missed like one day out of like 108 days. By the way, today is episode 108, obviously. So make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And it's just that. Like, I don't see me blowing up anytime soon. I'm being very realistic. But like, what is driving me is that resilience. What is driving me is that promise to myself. And what is driving me is just this dedication of like, I said I was going to try this out. I said I was going to keep on doing it, and I do it even on the days that I don't enjoy doing it because it's a part of me now. It's just me becoming resilient. And I promise you, today, for example, it's very easy for me to do. But on certain days, I don't feel like recording a video. In the middle, I'm just like, I am giving up on this YouTube channel dream. It's completely stupid. And those are the days that I need to just focus and lock in and be like, nah, like, just do it right now. You're feeling down. And if you don't feel like doing it tomorrow, then just quit. I give myself one day at a time at times. And that's the reality. That's life. My emotional state may change all the time. And it is going to. Like, nobody's just completely steady. Life is a freaking roller coaster, okay? You're going to be up and you're going to be down. But the output that you put in should always be consistent. And that is true resilience. And that is what everybody needs. And that is what you need to do as well. That is how you build your resilience. Regardless of whatever your emotional state is, man, I know it can be really hard, but that's how you build your resilience. You have to do the things that you need to do on the days that you don't want to do it. And that is the only way that you build up this resilience. That is the only way that you become an adult, become mature. You understand the value of hard work. Because I can promise you this. Just take this one principle about resilience and take it to heart. Because I promise you, you'll definitely feel its effects. If you do the things today when you don't feel like doing them, I promise you, you will never regret that. But if you don't do it today and you didn't feel like doing it today, tomorrow you will eventually regret it, and you'll look back and you'll say, man, whatever I was going through was not that bad. And it was probably the end of the world for you. But I promise you, tomorrow you're going to look back and you're going to wish like, man, I wish I just kind of just pushed through. I definitely think that it wasn't as bad as I thought it was. I have never regretted just putting in the work when I didn't want it to. But I've always regretted just skipping out on putting in the work when I just wanted a break, when I just didn't want to do it, when I just didn't feel like doing that. So if anything, take that lesson into account. Try it yourself if you want to, if you don't want to take my word for it. And I don't ever think that you should take my word for it. I am my own person. I have my own life. I have my own personal opinions. You should form your own. I am saying try it out. If it works for you, that's great. And if it doesn't, leave it in the comments on why it didn't work for you or why you think it didn't work for you. Anyways, guys, this was episode number 108 of the Daily Lessons podcast. If you haven't already, like I mentioned before, hit that subscribe button for me because it means the absolute world. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.